Hello everyone and welcome back to another video, and today I'm going to be doing my top 5 Marvel Legends of 2023. The reason I'm doing a top 5 and not a top 10 is because every figure you see in front of me, this is all the 2023 Marvel Legends figures that I own, which is only 9, so I can't do a top 10, so we'll be doing a top 5. But it's a good top 5. So yeah, let's get into... Do we do the honorable mention first, or just go straight to the top 5? I think we'll go ahead and get straight to the top 5. My number 5 figure of the year is Bucky Cap. This is a pretty good figure. He's actually really big and beefy, and the articulation's pretty decent. Only thing is the waist swivel doesn't really work with the belt he has on, and I actually just moved it right now, and I thought I had broken the belt because it kind of slid off a little bit, but I just slid it back, and I don't really know how that works. And then he's also got some weird cuts on his forearms that I think, because they had to put on different forearms. Instead of doing an entirely new one, they just did part of one. Kind of weird. So, yeah. But the metallic paint looks really, really good on him, and the shield is probably one of the best shields that Hasbro's ever done. It's pretty big, and it's got a nice, kind of almost metallic dark red on there, and that looks really good. So yeah, he also came with some other hands as well, I believe. So that's my number 5. Number 5 was a really hard spot for me. There's one other figure I really wanted to put at number 5, but I just couldn't, for reasons we'll get to when I get to the honorable mention. Number 4 figure of the year for me is the Iron Man Mark 1. I absolutely love this thing. The articulation's amazing on it, and the paint with the scratches came out pretty good. And he's just a great figure. Obviously, the elbow articulation isn't that great because of the gauntlets he has on, but it's the Mark 1. It's not supposed to be very well articulated. The articulation he does have is pretty impressive, especially in the waist. So, yeah, that is number 4. Number 3, we have the Extremis Iron Man, and I absolutely love this figure. This is like my favorite figure ever when I initially got him. The colors are amazing. I love the red. He did recently get beaten out for being one of the best figures, but I still love this thing, and it's probably the best Iron Man figure they've ever done. So before we get into the top 2, I figured I was going to do one honorable mention, but I figured since there's only 4 figures that didn't make the top 5, I'll just talk about all of them and give my reasons why they didn't make it. So starting with Luke Cage, he almost did make the top 5, but he just wasn't good enough. He has terrible torso articulation, which is understandable. But the thing that really sucks about this guy is, if you have his arm up, he's got you can see the flesh tone through the shirt, because I don't know why they did that. It wasn't sculpted very well. But other than that, he's really cool. And then we have Nick Fury in the back. I feel like that's pretty obvious. He just kind of sucks. He's good from the waist up, but from the waist down, his legs, they're terrible because he's got the trench coat on, so he can't move them at all. Kingpin, love the figure, but really undersized, and lately I've been having trouble getting this thing to stay in his hand, his little cane thing. And I would have preferred an angry face as well with him, but unfortunately we didn't get one. So yeah, he's just really undersized. And then Tobey Maguire really pained me not to put in the top 5. I wanted to put him in there so bad, but mine just has some paint issues, especially on this side of the face. I don't know if you guys can see that at all. It's kind of hard to see. But there's some missed paint on that side of his face. So it's really unfortunate. But he's still an amazing figure. Also, the articulation is just not that great, especially in the upper torso with the butterfly joints and the shoulders. Just wasn't executed very well. So it's probably partly because of the raised webs and painting that silver and not wanting that to rub off. And also, of course, the hand issue. He only comes with one raw crawling hand and one fist, which is really dumb. I hate that they did that. And then the unmasked head for him is probably the worst out of the 3 that they did. Especially if it's based off No Way Home. He looks way too young. But it does still kind of look like Tobey Maguire. But definitely not the best one they did. So let's get into number 2. The number 2 figure of the year for me is the Ultimate Captain America. This thing, I was really surprised by him. I had wanted him for a while ever since he was released. But I just never felt like paying full price for him. I was waiting for a discount. And I finally got him for $15 on Amazon. He might still be $15. This is probably the best Captain America Marvel Legends has ever done. I can't think of a better. Okay, I guess you have the 80th, not the 80th anniversary one, but the 20th anniversary of Marvel Legends one. That one's pretty good. I think this one's better. Just the torso looks way better with the, I don't know, is that a diaphragm, like, swivel thing? I don't know what you call that. But the figure is amazing. The biggest problem, which is just, you kind of expected now with Captain America's, is the shield. It sucks with the clip. You want to have, like, the loops for his wrist, which would make way more sense. Then again, you can't put it on his back, but I honestly don't care. I'd rather have the wrist loops. So that sucks. But other than that, absolutely amazing figure. I was about to say he almost made my number one. He really didn't. Number one was a no-brainer. My number one figure of 2023 is the Andrew Garfield Spider-Man. This thing is a perfect Spider-Man, almost. Of course, you got the hand issue. Only one wall-crawling hand and one fist. But other than that, he's pretty much perfect. This is just an amazing figure. And probably, I don't know if it's the best Marvel Legends Spider-Man, because of course you have Renew Your Vows, but I don't actually own a figure on that body, so I wouldn't really know if that was better. But it's the best one I own. And he just came out great. And the unmasked head is probably the best of the wave. So, yeah, this is definitely easily the number one spot of the year. Thank you guys for watching this top 5 video. The only other top 5 I'll probably do is G.I. Joe Classified series. The only other one I possibly could do is Star Wars Black Series, but I don't think I have enough for that. And yeah, I don't know. I don't really feel like doing that one, so I'll probably just do a G.I. Joe Classified Series 1 at some point. Yeah, so that's it for this video. Thank you for watching, and goodbye.